What's going on, everybody? Sean the King here, and I'm here to bring you an on-location review for Naruto Manga Chapter 606. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it out to you guys early this morning like I planned on doing it, but you know what? I'm here to bring it to you now, and let's jump into this review. Now, as most of you guys know, last week I had mixed feelings on the chapter. I'm not a huge fan of this late in the game opening up more plot holes that need to later on be filled. And what I got from this chapter was okay. I felt like they answered more questions than creating more plot holes. Now, at this point in the game, the mystery behind Obito, Toby, and Madara and Pain are starting to fill. Because now at this point, we're at the intersection where Madara meets up and influences Pain. So there's pretty much probably like maybe one or two more chapters, and then they need to start filling up some of these holes. But let me just give you a quick recap of the chapter first before I give you my thoughts. The aftermath of last week's bloodbath with Obito and the tree power. He's basically at this point standing over Reen and mourning her death. There's a point where he tries to touch her with his hands and he phases through. So again, at that point, he realizes that he has to control his Mangekyo Sharingan, and I guess he deactivates it and then is able to touch her. He mourns over her, he talks about it, and it does give you a sense of the torment that he's been going through in that short amount of time. Now, I know myself included, at first when I found out this was all over Rain, I was very upset about it because I'm thinking to myself, all this over a chick, and but it's way more than that. It's way more complicated than just being over Rain. I think his character in general, through the drama and tribulation and the manipulation that he was getting happening to him from Madara, is what kind of pushed him over the edge. And then I think Rin's death was that last tipping point for him to want to be in a better world where he wants Rin to be back alive. Now, he goes back to Madara and basically says, hey, I'm in, let's work on your Moon's Eye plan. And we actually get a lot of questions answered this chapter. Again, like I said, I'm very happy about. Number one, we find out that Zetsu, the black Zetsu, is actually Madara's will. So the black half of Zetsu is essentially just Madara, and the white Zetsu are essentially clones of Senju, Hirashiyama Senju. So basically, white Zetsus are Hirashiyama DNA, the black part of the Zetsu is Madara. So together they make that big Zetsu. We also learned that the Ghetto Mazo is just basically an empty shell of the Ten Tails, and the only person that can control it is someone with the Ghetto, with the Naruto's clan's DNA and Uchiha DNA. So it's kind of weird. We also find out that Madara gave his eyes. We know for sure that he gave his eyes to Nagato, and he achieved his Rinnegan at his time of death. That's when he unlocked his Rinnegan. Again, overall, I enjoyed the chapter. There are still some questions and things that are just eating at me. Like, for instance, he left Kakashi there he let him live, and to me that was just like so weird, because I'm like, if you're so upset with him for killing Rin, you wouldn't want to know why he did it. Like, again, I'm just like, just questions like that just really get to me, because it's just like, you don't just watch your best friend kill someone that he cared about deeply and not wonder what was his motivation to do so, and you don't ask any questions. You don't try to wake him up and be like, what the hell were you thinking? I know for story purposes that wasn't going to happen, but it just goes to show you that, it does create these plot holes. Also, by massacring all those Rain Mist ninja, how did anyone not know that it was trees that did that? And the reason why I say that is that this entire series no one knew who did what. Kakashi had to have woken up and had to have realized that, hey, all the ninjas that were fighting me are dead, and they're all stuck inside of trees. So I'm just trying to figure out, why did no one know that there was somebody out there that can use the wood release jutsu at that point in time, at the very least. So again, just little. Again, to me, that's not a big deal. That's just me nitpicking at things. And again, I'm probably gonna do another video explaining more. But like I said, overall, it was a solid chapter. Don't have too much to complain about. I'm definitely happy the way the story's progressing. As long as they don't open up any more crazy plot holes, I'm good. But again, I want to know what you guys think about the video, about the chapter. Did you enjoy it? Do you think that Obito's justified with his anger? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe, you know the deal. Show them the king on location. Have a good one.